Okay, so hopefully you guys had a chance to look at the project yesterday when I posted it. If you didn't, um, you can read it with me right here. But I want everyone to like think of a college that you want to, research about. So the ones that I have as my example is University of Michigan. So that means no one can do University of Michigan, okay? Because I basically did the whole thing. So you I would like kind of do what like your dream school or any of the UCs, Cal State, and like you can think of one and look it up from the website that I'm going to talk about in a little bit and see if it's there. Okay, so this project is called the College Trend, and I'm going to be reading this part right here. It says the cost of attending college or university in the United States have increased considerably over the past decade. The rate of increase varies from school to school, but it can usually be represented by a linear, quadratic, or exponential function. And with these functions, we are able to predict how much tuition costs will be in 10, 20, or even 50 years. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to read this part yet. So I made like a very detailed step-by-step instructions so you guys can get this done. And I will also post this video up so you guys can see, how to do it. So first off, you're gonna research the cost of tuition, not including room like dorms or board for an undergrad school at one US university over the past 18 years. So I think when I click onto this link, okay, you can search the university right here, or you can look it up like, by this. Here's one thing. If you guys are planning to search up university, like UCs, you have to type the whole like University of California like this. You can't type UC. When you type UC, it doesn't pop up with anything. So University of California, and all of them are like listed right here. Okay, so you can feel free to click on, I don't know, like if you want to do UC Berkeley, click on Berkeley. And then since Berkeley is in state, is still within California, you will look at the lower column, okay? The one that's like in the teal color. So all of these, you see how there's the in-state tuition number right there? So what I want you guys to do is go from 2000, year of 2000, all the way to 2018, and you're gonna write down these numbers. 4,047, the next number, the next number. You're gonna get down all of these numbers, okay? And just keep in mind, all of these numbers are only increasing. Like colleges are not gonna go cheaper. Maybe it will stay the same, but it usually wouldn't go lower than the previous year, okay? So get down all these years, and then if you wanna look up like Cal State Long Beach or Cal State schools, then either you type Long Beach like this, and then this will pop up, or you can type California State, and then all these Cal State ones will pop up. Okay, any questions about how to research about a school? Please let me know. Okay, if not, I'm going to go into the second step. So first step, you already got those numbers. Second step, create a Google slide. So if you're going to go into your classroom, go to classwork. Under final assignment, you have something called a Google slide, which is the assignment. You're gonna click onto it, and then there's would be one that's assigned to you. So open that. It's like a blank document. There's nothing in here, okay? And you're gonna be creating your Google Slides. You can, change the layout. I don't know, theme, I think. Yeah, so you have all these themes here. Use whichever one you want. Okay. And I have made mine. So mine kind of looks like this. And let me drag it over here. So if you can see, the first step, or slide number 1, is your cover page, which is the name of the university, location, logo, and your name and date period. So I have University of Michigan, where it is located in, name, date and period, and the logo of the university. Okay. Slide number 2 is the location, enrollment number, and 3 interesting facts. Okay. Oops, sorry, this one. Slide 2. So yeah, it doesn't have to be like this long, okay? Just make it interesting. Just 3 facts. And then location and enrollment. So first 2 steps should be like pretty easy to do. If you need to find the enrollment number, you can, I would look for it on like Wikipedia, okay? It may not be too accurate, but at least the number is like around there. Or if you want to go onto their school website to look for it, that's fine too. Okay. Now slide number 3. Slide number 3 is the cost of tuition table. So starting from here, you will go to the next step. Okay. So again, I asked you guys to look at the numbers from earlier. You're going to be looking at creating tables like these. Okay. First off, click on the decimals link. And you're going to be entering the number on this in order for you to get the graph and everything from here. Okay, so if you can do like a dual screen, let me see. Like whatever school that you pick, maybe I click Cal Poly Pomona. See how you have each of these numbers here? You're going to be writing each of these numbers down starting from the year of 2000, 1778. You'll type the number in here. Okay, and then go on to the next one. Just hit arrow down, and then you're going to keep typing each of these numbers. 1815, like this. Okay, I only gave you guys spots up to like 2009. So you're just going to keep hitting enter. And then the next one, like all these next numbers are going to pop up. Okay, all the way to 2018. I'm just going to fill in all those numbers. Okay, and again, all these numbers are here. Any questions? If not, I'm going to show one that I already did. So this is the ones I already did. Type in all these numbers. And you're going to type these numbers in again when you open up your Google Slides. Okay, let me show the ones that I already did. This one. I created 3 tables. Okay, if you want to know how to create tables, you go to Insert, Table, and just make, just make a table like this. And since there are like 18 numbers, you don't want to create one that's this long because it wouldn't fit in the picture. So in your instructions, you don't need this anymore. In your instructions, I said you may need to create 3 separate tables to fit all the data. Okay, so there's like 3 of these. Okay. Guys, please let me know if I'm going too fast. Let me just drag this over here. Okay. So once you have your table done, you already finished all 3 steps, the first 3 steps. Okay. Now step 4, which is slide number 4. Please read this carefully because we're going to be generating the graph. It says on the decimals tab, you should have a graph of 3 lines of best fit shown once you input all the data in the table, and make sure all three of them are different colors. Okay, so take a look at my Desmos graph right here. I enter all my numbers, and then at the bottom, I have 3 equations. Okay, and those are my 3 lines. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure all your graphs, like your numbers, are nicely you know, shown in this picture right here. Like if your picture is like this is not a good graph, okay? Because all your points are like 2 together. So you can use this wrench right here, okay? Change your x-axis and your y-axis. Like x-axis, my year starts around 2000, right? Year of 2000. So I'm just gonna go like maybe one number before that. And then it ends at 2019. So I'm just gonna go like 2020. So it shows like a nice graph from left to right. And then up and down, which is a y-axis, I'm gonna go like, okay, maybe like 0 all the way to, the highest number here is like 49,000. So I'm gonna go like 5,000, 50,000. Okay, so this graph right here includes all the points, and it's like a very nice graph that shows all 3 lines as well. Okay, and once you're done with that, you also need to make sure have these labels here, year and tuition, so it shows at the bottom and at the top. Okay, once you have all of these, you're gonna export the image. Okay, since my graph, or since my slide, it's kind of like a rectangle, I want a rectangular image. Where is it? Right here. So you want to go to medium rectangle that has a very nice graph, and you just download it. And once you download it, you're just gonna insert it in here. To insert an image, you go to image, insert image, download, upload from computer, and then you have your graph right here. Okay. And then once you have your graph, on the side, make a like a text box or something, create a text box. And you gotta tell me, okay, these 3 lines, what color are they? Like if you're gonna be using purple right here, you have to go back to your graph and you're like, hey, purple was my exponential graph. Okay, so I gotta write purple exponential. Green is my quadratic. Blue is my linear. Okay, you can change up the color if you want to. You can just go like this here thing and just change the color. Okay, but definitely all 3 colors must be different. Okay, back to here. So I'm just gonna explain step 5, and next time I'll do step 6 because it's quite a lot of information and I kind of want you guys to get started on it first. So once you have all the graphs, you know, your graph inserted, we're gonna move on to step 5. Step 5 is the 3 types of regressions. You have your linear, quadratic, and exponential regressions. It says on the Desmos tab, write down the 3 lines of best fit equations and the R squares for each. Make sure you substitute the numbers into the parameters. Okay, so what that means is that if this is my equation, so kind of like y equal to mx plus b, you do not write the m, we write the number right here. Whatever m equals to, you put it inside m. And whatever b is from here, negative 3.1808 times 10 to the 6th power. You write that for b. Okay, so your equation will look something like this over here. Y equal the m number x minus the b number. Okay, and if you want a slide looking, it will look like this. Okay, I have to write out linear, quadratic, and exponential. Okay, and then here's the thing. Some of you guys who uses Google Slides before, you probably would not be able to write the like the math format. So what you have to do in order for you to write the math format, you have to go to add-on, equation editor plus plus, and you're gonna type it here. Okay, so I'm gonna type like, pretend typing that equation again. Just type it in there, minus 3.1808 times, which is 10 to the 6th power. Okay, so you type it in the editor at the top, and it will show as the equation preview at the bottom. Okay, if you like how this looks like, then you're gonna say insert equations into the slide. Yeah, and then it will be up here. And you can just drag it like an image and drag it to wherever it goes. So since I already did it, I'll just delete it. Okay. And you're gonna be doing that for the equation, the r square, and for the rest of these. Again, r square is here, and your equation, I just talked about that. Okay. So I'm going to stop here real quick. Oh, actually, sorry, one more thing for slide 5. Slide number 5, you also have to look at your r square. The r square that you all wrote down, the higher the r square is for the equation means that the equation is more accurate. So out of all three of these equations, which one has the highest r square? You're going to circle that one. So this one is 0.9986. You circle the whole entire thing. And that's it for slide 1 to 5. It seems like it's a lot of work, but I think if you guys follow the steps, you will be fine. Okay, so for the rest of the class time, I'm going to have you guys, start on one. Just start on like slide number 1. And then 2, you can do it on your own. And slide number 3, do it in here real quick. And if there's any questions, please let me know. I'll leave the rest of the class time for questions. Okay.